if you're feeling stuck, and if you're hearing me now, I think you might be. It really coaches you gently through some of those money mindset issues that are holding you back to break you through it. Okay? It is very supportive. I dedicated it to my mother because she is the most gentle human on this planet. And that workbook exists in the spirit of my mom. Big Mama Cole is there holding your hand, telling you you are good enough and smart enough and you've got this. All right? Welcome to the Sunlight Tax Podcast. In this show, we're talking about taxes, money, and careers for self-employed people who have a big vision for changing the world with their work. I'm your host, Hannah Cole, artist, design nerd, tax pro, author of Taxes for Humans, and the founder of Sunlight Tax. If you're a creative, wellness, or mission-driven entrepreneur who wants to grow your business sustainably, manage your taxes, and build a stash of fuck you money so you can control your time and have a bigger impact with your work, you are in the right place. Hello, my love. It's time. It's time to think about doing your taxes. I know it's something we all like to avoid. I'm even going to put myself in that camp. But being early has a lot of benefits. I'll talk about them. And also, it's just better for you to get started sooner rather than later. And I say this because I have been the bearer of bad news for a lot of self-employed people, and I want to keep you out of it. There is time to prepare, time to know what's coming, time to keep it from feeling terrible. And so please let me be the nudge in your day that says, hey, you've got this. And I want to share with you at the end of the episode today some tools I have to make it as easy and accessible and supported as it possibly can be, which is my entire mission. Here we go. All right. So first, what are your rewards for being early, filing your taxes early? And also, what do I even mean when I say filing your taxes early? Well, early to a tax professional is February, okay? I know if you're listening to this and you're self-employed, probably you're rolling your eyes saying like, no fucking way. And I totally understand that. I totally understand. But let me just tell you, if you are able, what you get from that. If you're working with an accountant, you will often be able to negotiate a discount. Some people that I refer to automatically give you a discount if you have all your documents to them in February. It's something I used to do when I ran the tax practice part of Sunlight Tax. So possibly less expensive tax prep. Secondly, your refund comes faster. If you are owed money back, it simply comes faster. And that's because there are fewer tax returns in the system and the processing is just quick. There's actually a place on the IRS website called Where's My Refund? And you can see the timeline. So you can go check for yourself how quickly you get it if you file this month versus next month versus right before the tax deadline in April. All right. The other thing, and I think this is probably the most important, is just the peace of mind and the space to make good decisions. All right. Allowing yourself time to potentially open a new IRA account at your brokerage, time to transfer money, make it into that brokerage account, time to transfer money to the account that you want to pay your taxes out of. Double checking all those accounts so that you don't accidentally get the IRS withdrawing money from an account that is empty. And this can happen. And oh my God, is it annoying because they will charge you penalties. So lots of rewards for being early. It's worth it. It's worth starting to think about it. But let me help you because when you're self-employed, I fully understand why the reluctance is so strong. And I felt it very personally. Okay. I get it. You probably have some bookkeeping that you have to finish up. You can't even enter numbers into your tax organizer yet because you simply don't even know what your taxable profit was for 2025. I understand. You're going to need to take a little time to do that task. You might have 1099s that are late that you're still waiting for that people owe you. I do recommend that you call those people who owe you 1099s and say, hey, come on, can you get on it? They're late and I really want them. It's totally reasonable to do that. They're quite late at this point. But you know what? I myself have 1099s rolling in the door middle of February, and I find it frustrating, but people are human. Last and probably most important, if you suspect or know in your heart that you have a big tax bill coming, the human tendency here is avoidance. I totally understand that. It doesn't feel good to face it. It feels like if you look away, it might go away. But I'm here to tell you it will not, and that your options will get narrower and narrower the closer you get to the deadline. Whereas if you manage that now, if you file your tax return now, you still don't have to make the payment until April 15th, and you give yourself a lot more time to know what that payment amount is and prepare for April 15th when that actual money has to come out of your account. So it's really to your benefit, okay? I'm really trying to support you on this, and I tell you, I have thousands of touch points of experience on this, plus my own personal heartache. So please learn from my pain and don't suffer yourself. All right. So here are my tips. Call those late 1099 people if there are any of them in your life. Make a date for yourself to do your bookkeeping, okay? I know that is the task that is in your way. Just put something on your calendar, make a commitment, maybe a second follow-up session on your calendar. Also, I recommend you make that session as nice as possible. Clean your desk, get the kids out of the house, make a beautiful coffee for yourself. Whatever it takes to make that session feel calm and gentle. That's what I recommend as you enter a task that you're feeling resistance towards. Next, make a date for yourself to gather together your tax information, your tax documents, do the scanning you're going to need to do of the paper files, and the uploading, okay, to get them all into one folder or consolidated for entry into your tax software. Lastly, most of you will want to fill out what is called a tax organizer. A tax organizer is a huge questionnaire, sometimes a little overwhelming feeling, but it is a questionnaire that walks you through every single question you need to answer in order to be able to do the data entry into your tax return, okay? Now, I take a lot of pride that every year in my tax practice, I worked on what I consider to be the very best tax organizer out there. And I'm also here to say I've included it in the Taxes for Humans workbook. So if you order both the book and the workbook, you will have it. But let me tell you a little bit more. When I tell you about an offer I have for you, you're going to learn something even better. Okay, so filling out your tax organizer is another thing I want you to put a date on your calendar to do. You can combine it with organizing your tax information. That's fine. But that's another step you'll need to take. And it's probably the last step you need to take before you are done. Okay. Now, of course, I'm going to sound biased here, but I did spend a year writing the very best tax guide that exists in the world for someone exactly like you. So I do recommend that you get my book. Taxes for Humans teaches you what you need to know to file your taxes, get more money out of it. All right. Now, let me just read you a little snippet from the tax prep section so you see how friendly it is and you know what you're getting into. All right. Okay, here's a little snippet. There are two key pieces to doing your taxes: the tax information input and the actual forms that you send to the government. Tax professionals switch back and forth between input mode and tax forms mode as they work to check that the entries show up correctly on the final forms. That's how I'll break down the process of doing your taxes. In this chapter, we'll examine the end product, your final tax return, so you see how your data entry shows up. In the next chapter, I'll teach you how to do the data entry, aka do your taxes. And after that, I'll teach you how to review your tax return before you sign and submit it. It's a sandwich: tax form orientation, data entry, tax form review. Okay, so that's just a little taste of how gentle and logical this book is. Those chapters are not long chapters, and they really walk you through how to understand your taxes and do them better than you ever have. Okay, so if you're going to buy my book to help get your head around, get you psyched up to do the thing you know you need to do, I made a really juicy bonus. I want to support you in the best possible way I can. So I was thinking about what is the most supportive package of bonuses that I can put together when someone orders my book and workbook so that you get a bunch of money saving, get really helpful tips that you didn't know you need about how to find secret numbers in your tax return that will help you do things like pay your quarterly taxes next year and get more out and find mistakes. And also, I have my updated for 2026 and the new tax law 2026 tax organizer. So here it is. I'm calling it the Instant Relief Bundle. The price of the bundle is just one class. So my most popular class, which saves people a lot of money, which is called IRS Proof Your Deductions. It's the most popular class for a reason, because it saves you a lot of money. It shows you how to get every single deduction and know for certain you're doing it right, so they are IRS proof, okay? So 1 hour class, it saves you a lot of money. It's so worth it. That class is $97. If you buy only that class, I will include with that shipping you my book, Taxes for Humans, which is going to teach you how to do your taxes forever. It's a reference book. It is evergreen. And the workbook, which has mindset coaching, that if you're feeling stuck, and if you're hearing me now, I think you might be. It really coaches you gently through some of those money mindset issues that are holding you back to break you through it. Okay? It is very supportive. I dedicated it to my mother because she is the most gentle human on this planet. And that workbook exists in the spirit of my mom. Big Mama Cole is there holding your hand, telling you you are good enough and smart enough and you've got this. All right. So alongside the book and the workbook, I'm also giving you in this bonus another class called Unlock the Secrets of Your Tax Return, which shows you how to find mistakes before you hit submit. It shows you how to review your tax return mid-year potentially, so you can find numbers that help you make decisions during the tax year. It's an amazing class. People leave it feeling like, whoa, I've never seen it all made visual like that. I've never seen it, how it all fits together. This like unlocked something for me. So that class is amazing. That's included for free. Also, I give you a quick download PDF of all the visuals in my 2 books, the tax book and the workbook. So for those of you who are visual learners, I know that probably is you. It just makes things click together in your mind very quickly. It's like instant understanding, so that your taxes made visual package is included. And also, last but not least, I have an instant download tax organizer updated for 2026. So this is the document where you enter, and I'm coaching you inside the document about what goes where and how to answer the questions. Every single question you need to have answered in order to input your taxes. In other words, when you finish this organizer, you are almost done. All you have to do is enter that data into your tax software or hand it to your tax preparer. All right. And this 2026 organizer is fully updated with the new tax law, all the tax changes for your 2025 tax return. So this is my best, most amazing bundle. I made it to be super supportive of you, and I cannot wait for you to get your hands on it. You're paying for one class and shipping and all the rest of those things, including my book and workbook, the tax organizer with updates, the visuals, and that extra class on unlocking secrets of your tax return. You get all of that for free. So this is my way of nudging you. This is your message from the universe that you can absolutely do this. And I am giving you every bit of support that I can at the lowest price I can possibly do without myself losing money. So if you want to get that, I have a direct link to that instant relief bundle in the show notes, or you can go to sunlighttax.com/book. It is on the right-hand side. If you're on a desktop, it is the biggest of the 3 bundles that is on the site. So I hope you will get that. I hope that feels supportive to you. And I cannot wait to hear how your taxes went this year, because I think this will make it the easiest year ever. Great to be with you. Let me know how it goes. Send me a DM on Instagram, and I can't wait to hear from you. All right. Bye-bye. Thank you for listening. If you like the show, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with a friend. It really helps. I'm so grateful. My tax guide, Taxes for Humans, is available wherever you buy books and at sunlighttax.com/book. This podcast is for education and entertainment only. Nothing in this episode should be taken as individual tax or financial advice. You can find all the tools, books, and links I reference at sunlighttax.com/podcast.